Rothberg, and I just wanted to thank you for coming to our third annual Longtail Alliance fly-in. We started this because the regulatory and legislative agenda in Washington was not hearing the voice of small business. They didn't think of the bulk of the IAB's membership, which is small business, and they didn't think of the bulk of digital media and marketing generally, which is overwhelmingly small business.
I'm Tim Carter, and I'm from the great Live Free or Die state, New Hampshire.
We're from BrainyQuote.com, and we came from McKinney, Texas.
My name is Kim Tolander, and I'm from Boston.
Hi, I'm Rick Jaworski from JoyaBaking.com, and I'm from Atlanta, Georgia.
My name is Lou Gannett, and I'm the owner-operator of the Port Everglades webcam. We're located in Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
My name is Peter Armstrong, and I'm from Siloam Springs, Arkansas.
I'm Bill Irvin. I'm from Scottsdale, Arizona.
I'm Andrea Wild, and I'm from Johnson City, Tennessee.
My name is Andy Cohen. I am the founder and CEO of Caring.com, and I'm visiting from Northern California, where we're based.
100% of our revenue comes from advertising. We don't sell anything on our site. We tried a pay model, pay for content at one time. It didn't work.
Without advertising revenue from our site, it just wouldn't be possible to do the kind of work that we're doing, which is not only work for the work, but it's work that we love. So, you know, the advertising revenue is very important.
It's completely 100% based on advertising, and you know, it's really important to us that we leverage advertising networks and behavioral advertising.
3 years ago when we started, our concerns were on the horizon. Now, when we're here, our concerns are ever present. There are multiple bills in the Senate and the House. Some are better than others. None of them are terribly good. And so it's important for us to be here now to really explain what it is we do and how we do it for a living.
You know, we are not Microsoft. You know, we're creating jobs, you know, we have livings, and you know, we want them to understand our story, and for them to, when they create, you know, policy to legislative, to think of someone like us and how that affects us.
Companies like myself who don't have the resources in place to do direct ad sales, we rely on third-party ad networks to, you know, supplement our revenue that way. So if those companies were to suffer, those third-party ad networks, then that would, you know, impact our ability to sustain ourselves as well.
I understand that laws are important. I think protecting data is very important, but this is my third year here, and it's a lot of time and energy and legal fees on my end to protect my child users, to protect my parent users. And so the impact of creating new regulations and possibly having to monitor all of this data usage myself is just, it's overwhelming. It would just put us out of business.
A large organization where they can pay to have somebody build the automated system to handle that, that's one thing. But a small shop, there's no tools to do that. You're talking about trying to build something from the ground up that you don't have the resources for.
Well, I didn't actually quit my job as a result. My job kind of blew up, and so I decided, well, gee, we're making some money, so while I'm, you know, looking to rebuild my career, why don't I do this? And it turned out that I could do this and make a career out of it.
We started this as a hobby. It has become our business, and it has become a livelihood. We homeschool our 2 children. We're at home with our children, and we wouldn't be able to continue with that.
Back in 2000, our consulting firm slowly but surely lost all clients during the internet crash, and we decided to go into building a new business, building a publishing business around quotations.
And we were a huge beneficiary of, in 2008 when they did the TARP loans, we were able to get a small business loan from Comerica Bank, and that enabled us to get the site started, and we've added, you know, 25 jobs since then.
Yeah, our research by Pew recently discovered that there's about 7 million jobs directly related to the long tail or the small websites out there, whether it's the employees at the hosting companies, the employees at the websites, or companies that are directly related to services that provide the ecosystem that's needed to support this. So that's a huge segment of the economy.
It enables me to be an editor and a publisher of the site simultaneously. It enables me to hire a couple of editors. I have a lot of contributing writers. We have a really robust internship program that I'm really proud of. New York is a big media capital, but a lot of the kids who come to work there don't know the online field, and that's really where the work is. So we enable 4 of them each semester to become new media interns at the office, and it's the advertising that supports all of that.
So we're in the process of now expanding, and so we're looking to hire more people. We're looking to take 10 people this year, 22 next year. So we're creating jobs.
So Caring.com does contextual advertising. If people come to the Alzheimer's area, we have ads for Alzheimer's. They come to the how to pay for care, we'll have ads for options. And we get thank you notes from visitors telling us they appreciate knowing what the resources are. So when we talk about, we have a very strong social mission of helping family caregivers, but we also know that our advertising is helpful information too.
Internet advertising is what makes our business possible. We were a pay-for-content site years ago when we launched, and that was before anyone else was doing it, and it really had a place. But then free content, I mean, that's what people expect from the web, and so it really is supported by our advertisers. We have specific sponsors for the site and for our newsletter, but I think our users value the advertising. If it's targeted and it meets their needs, they come to our site because they're planning family vacations, so they want to see ads that are relevant to them.
We're not big media companies, but there's hundreds of thousands of small businesses and small publishers on the internet, and many of them are providing a niche service that the big media companies can't or won't or are unable to do.
The community was started in 2005 as a way for individuals to connect with each other anonymously about various medications they might be taking. Basically 50% of all insured Americans are taking prescription drug regularly. And not everybody just wants to go by what their doctor says. They want to connect with other patients who are going through the same thing they are, just to make sure that they can relate to others and make sure that what they are experiencing is normal.
And sure, there's 1,000 large sites, but the internet is made up of a lot more than that, all the smaller publishers. And so as they're considering legislation, I just want to make sure that, hey, when it's coming across your desk, don't just in your mind think it's these bigger publishers. It really is. There's a lot of small businesses, and there's somebody in your state, and there's not just, probably not just me, there's multiple somebodies in your area that are trying to make a living using websites.
At the end of the day, the internet ecosystem really is sort of the level playing field for the new American dream. It's what empowers a small business to develop, to grow, to hire people. I mean, these are people who pay their mortgages, make their car payments, and just live their lives because of online advertising, because they had a passion for something and they created a content site, and oh, by the way, millions of people decided to go there.
Long-tail publishers, small publishers online, online businesses are the new face of small business in America, and it's extremely important that we are heard on Capitol Hill.